Good afternoon or good evening, wherever you are. Dr. Ruth Anderson here with Enlightened World Network. We bring you a guided meditation every day of the year. And today, our fabulous guest meditator is Scott Catamas. Now, Scott has been with Enlightened World for, gosh, I want to say almost 2 years now,
Yeah,
Scott.
absolutely. Yeah.
He is an internationally acclaimed writer, producer, online host, and teacher. He won multiple Emmy Awards for his groundbreaking approach to educational television. Scott's the founder of the Love Coach Academy, which provides powerful tools and practices in the art of compassionate communication and emotional intelligence skill building. Scott, we're so pleased to have you here with us live today.
Yeah, thank you. It's great to be with you. And thank you. I so appreciate what the Enlightened World Network is providing to people. So thank you very much, Ruth, and your team. Thank you.
Absolutely. Well, Scott, we're ready for you whenever you want to start your meditation.
Okay, well, just want to invite everybody that you can really put your devices aside. They'll be waiting for you. All the messages will be waiting. And unless you're operating a motor vehicle, I'd like to encourage everybody to close their eyes. And let's just start with breath. Let's start by breathing at our own pace, but consciously breathing. And as we consciously breathe, allowing yourself to just let my voice gently guide you. And again, breathing in and out at a pace that's comfortable, and yet where you can maintain consciousness that your focus is on your breath. And I want you to imagine that you now are going deeper and deeper and deeper into the universe of you, into your own inner being. And continuing to breathe and consciously breathe. Let's do some inner checking. What's going on inside your body temple? Let's do an inventory of how your body temple is feeling. As you continue to consciously breathe and tune into your body, what do you notice? Do you notice any places in your body where there might be some discomfort that maybe has been there, but you're just now really acknowledging it? And it's very natural and perfectly human that we have discomfort in particular places in our body. I notice some in my back right now, a little in my neck. So just wherever there may be discomfort or tingling or any sensation, perhaps it's just a place in your body that's wanting some love, wanting some acknowledgement. So maybe take a moment to stretch a little bit or send some love, or if it's a place in your body that you can touch with your hand, just acknowledge that. Our beautiful body temples are constantly taking such good care of us. So important for us to appreciate when we have discomfort, never to make the body wrong for the discomfort, but to acknowledge how beautiful our body temple is and all that it does to serve us. So during this sequence of the meditation, we're really honoring and loving our body temple and accepting, acknowledging any parts of the body that are needing some support, needing some love, perhaps just needing some appreciation. And let's take this time to really give thanks to our beautiful body. So often we have a tendency to judge ourselves, judge our body. Maybe we judge our weight or the lines on our face or places where our body isn't functioning like it used to or like we want it to. But let's take this time to really just appreciate how blessed we are to have this incredible body that does so many things to allow us to move through life. So giving appreciation and gratitude, and perhaps making a greater commitment to supporting our body temple. What are some of the things that you do that supports your body? Appreciating yourself for that. And what might you do to be more supportive of your body? Yeah, there you go. So let's take a couple of deep breaths and sigh. Inhale and release with sound. Let's do one more. Let's take a deep breath. And release with sound. And now I invite us to connect to our own unique relationship to this beautiful planet that we're on. Mother Earth, Gaia, however you imagine her or the planet, whether you give it a feminine gender, whether you see it as Mother Earth or as Gaia, whatever your relationship is to the planet, let's really drop into that. And once again, because gratitude is certainly my religion, being grateful opens our heart. And being grateful is how we create greater connection to anything. Perhaps you experienced more of a connection to your body just now by being grateful. So let's now drop into gratitude to this incredible planet, our true mother. Grateful for the air that we breathe. Grateful for the water that we drink. Grateful for the food that this planet provides. What is your relationship to Mother Earth, to the planet, to Gaia? When do you feel most connected? How often do you take time to really be in nature, even if it's in your own backyard or walking down your street, looking at the sky, looking at the trees? And once again, encouraging you to just be in gratefulness, gratitude, and perhaps make a deeper commitment to connecting to nature, to the planet, and being grateful. Appreciating yourself for the ways and times that you do that. And perhaps making a deeper commitment to increased conscious connection to this beautiful planet that nourishes us in so many wonderful ways. And continuing to breathe, continuing to be aware of your breath. Let's have a minute of silent breath as you contemplate and reflect on your relationship to Mother Earth, to Gaia, to this beautiful planet that we are walking upon and living in. Still paying attention to the breath while reflecting on your relationship to the earth. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Now let's take another deep breath and inhale. And release with sound. As we prepare for the next stage of our time together, I want to invite you to reflect on what is your relationship to that which has many, 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 many names. Some call it God, higher self, Father Sky, the universe. What do you imagine or call that which is all that is? Again, it doesn't need to have a religious connotation. It can if that's what you like. If you don't like religious connotations, then what is your favorite word or way of imagining all that is? I like to call it Father Sky, Creator. You can call it whatever you like. What's your relationship? How do you connect to Father Sky, Creator, to God, to that which is all that is? And perhaps remembering a time that you felt deeply connected. How did that feel in your body? For some of us, that may be a regular connection that we have. And for others, it might be an occasional experience that we've had. There's no right or wrong, it's just our own unique experience. But in this moment, let's appreciate that connection, appreciating when and how it happens. And again, perhaps during a silent minute of gratitude, reflecting on how we might increase that connection. So again, dropping into breath and reflecting on how you might increase your connection to all that is. And as we complete this part of the meditation, again, taking a deep breath and releasing with sound. One more time, inhale and releasing with sound. And for the final part of our meditation, let's put our hand on our precious heart and invite you, if you can, to feel your own heartbeat. your precious heart. And I'm going to invite us to conclude with my favorite practice for when I'm wanting to feel connected. As you feel your heartbeat, I invite you to just imagine, what if Mother Earth and Father Sky are meeting together in your heart? What if your very first heartbeat began when Mother Earth and Father Sky came together to uniquely conceive of you? What if our conception, our true conception, was when all that is connected, perhaps even made love with Mother Earth to bring you, your unique being, into this world? And what if Mother Earth and Father Sky are making love inside of you, and that every beat of your heart is a stroke of divine union between all that is and this beautiful planet taking place inside of you? What if our lives are that sacred? What if there is that level of divinity always taking place inside of us? From our first heartbeat to our last. When I'm feeling uncomfortable, disconnected, I put my hand on my heart and I feel that heartbeat. And I remember this possibility, this imagining. It helps me to feel connected, to realize that, wow, no matter what's going on in my world, whatever's going on in my head, my mind, there's this precious heartbeat. And that the inspiration for my life, for my heartbeat, is coming from that which is far greater than myself. And so, concluding with absolute gratitude for the magnificence of this life, as challenging as it may be sometimes, how blessed we are to be in these beautiful body temples and to have connection to our planet, to that which is greater than ourselves, and to be grateful. Thank you. Thank you for your time. Listen to this meditation, taking this little journey with Ruth and myself. When you're ready, opening our eyes and coming back. There's Ruth in the Enlightened World Network and Scott in the Global Peace Tribe.
Thank you, Scott. That was beautiful. Truly beautiful. I really appreciated your reminding us to pay attention to our relationship with ourselves, with the planet, with our version of God, however we see that. But I think so many times we just kind of go through the day sort of unconscious and don't pay attention to those things. So thank you for that reminder.
Thank you for really picking up on that. And that's my goal. For myself, same thing. I can get so busy with I'm a workaholic, always have been. So, learning to really, you have dogs, I have dogs. Thank God for our dogs, because they demand that we take them for walks. And, I really try on my walks, okay, putting a device and really seeing a tree that I'd never noticed before, seeing what the sky looks like today, in this moment.
One of the other things I appreciated in your meditation was the reminder that our lives are sacred and that our bodies are sacred. And just that reminder to stop and think, what am I putting in my body? What am
Yes.
I putting in my mind? How am I spending this amazing day? It's the only one of these days I'm going to get. And what am I going to do with it? So thank you for those reminders.
My pleasure. Thank you. What a wonderful opportunity to be with you. And this got me off to a wonderful start today. I've got a big day today. And so this is wonderful. Thank you so much.
So, Scott, you are with Enlightened World Network for a variety of different times during the week. We've got the Awakening World on Friday nights and then Sacred Sunday. But for those folks that don't know who you are, who have never seen you before, who are you and what are you bringing to the table?
Well, I am an agent of change through the power of love. That's kind of my soul imprint. In the earthly world, I'm a host and producer of actually 3 online shows every week. And we do it every weekend, Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday morning. And they're all under now the banner of the Awakening World and the productions of the Global Peace Tribe, which I co-founded with Deborah Giusti. And our shows, Friday night at 7:30 Pacific time, Saturday night, 6 o'clock Pacific time, Sunday mornings, 10 a.m. And they're all on the Enlightened World Network. And these shows are designed to help inspire us, to inform us, and where I bring luminaries. Sometimes it's famous people like Michael Beckwith or Marianne Williamson or Matt Kahn. They're all regulars on the shows. But also, I love bringing the next generation of luminaries, healers and teachers and people that are inspired to really help us to awaken. I do believe that this is an extraordinary time in human history. We have to radically change because we've been living life in an unsustainable way. It's been unsustainable for the planet and unsustainable for humanity. And so the only solution is we have to radically raise our consciousness and then make changes in how we do things. And so the Awakening World is dedicated to helping us learn tools and practices for being more conscious, being more awake. And I'm really grateful for Enlightened World Network and Unify and our different broadcast partners that help get us out to our audiences and to reach more people. And there are various, like, for example, last night, Friday night, our show was all about epigenetics and what it really means that we carry the genetic code of our ancestors going back at least 7 generations, and that we must think about the impact we're going to make on our offspring going forward 7 generations. We had Chief Phil Lane, who's both an Indigenous elder and studied epigenetics. We had a woman who coaches people on how to work with epigenetics. We had a family constellation person, and all kind of looking at that. That was last night's show. Tonight's show is previewing a big festival, the Bhakti Love Reunions. We're going to have a lot of wonderful musical artists with us live. Donna DeLory, who was with Madonna for many years and is a very famous pop star. Larissa Stowe, one of my favorite musical artists who co-hosts with me frequently. Johanna Beekman, and several other musical artists with us live online, playing music and a chance to, drop into their world. So we have a lot of different things that take place on the shows. And we always try to find that balance of being inspiring and informative. And hopefully, if people want to learn more, just go to globalpeacetribe.com, and that's where you'll see what our upcoming shows are. You can also go to our YouTube channel where we post everything that we've ever done. And, I've hosted 450 shows since the pandemic began. So
Yeah. I was actually just thinking that during the pandemic, you rose to such a level of supporting other people. You brought such quality programs to folks that were stuck in their homes, and it made such a significant difference. So I know, Scott, the time and the energy that you are putting into this calling of really reaching people on a soul level, and I appreciate that so much.
Thank you for that. I appreciate it. And Yeah, I mean, we have to listen to the call. And when the pandemic hit, it was like, oh wow, there's a lot of people isolated. A lot of people who couldn't go to church anymore. They couldn't go to all their, and we became that. We kind of became church for people, and even though the pandemic is kind of wound down, there's so many people now that we have become their connecting point that I just can't stop doing it. I was going to take the summer off, and I got so many responses of people saying, "Can't you just do one show? Can't you still please?" And I realized, okay, I'll continue to do it. And I love doing it. I really love it. Is, and it is a lot of work, but I do love doing it. And so we have to listen to the call. That is part of our awakening. Is okay. What is Spirit asking me to do right now? And I want to acknowledge that for some people, Spirit is asking them to slow down and go into a period of rest. It doesn't have to be a period of dynamic action. For some people, it's leaving their job. It's leaving a relationship that had served its purpose, and really going in and resting, and waiting for the next orders from higher office.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Sometimes your biggest work is respite,
Yes.
and that's okay.
Yeah.
It's really okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that happened a lot I mean, when I got COVID and I was, down for the count for a couple of weeks, and there was a part of me that was frustrated that I couldn't do what I'm supposed to do, or what I enjoy doing, I should say, what I normally do. But my gosh, there were so many insights that I came to, and just in that state of going within, it was part of my process. It was valuable. And I'm sure it's been like that for so many people.
Exactly. Yes, Scott, thank you so very much for being here with us today.
Well, thank you for
Friends,
the invitation, Ruth. I really enjoyed it.
absolutely. Friends here at Enlightened World Network, thank you. Thank you for spending time with us. And thank you, whether you're watching this live or coming to it later, the energy that is here with us is there for you live at that moment, whatever you're doing. So take good care. God bless. And we'll see you all soon. Thank you.
Thank you, Ruth. That's beautiful.